In this first lesson, I'm going to teach you how you can use perspective to make your work look better. Perspective is basically a set of rules, techniques that people can use to help them draw elements and things and make them feel right, as if they sort of belong to the real world, because there are some of those rules that govern how those objects should look. Now, if you don't know perspective, it doesn't really matter that much, because you don't need to know perspective in order to draw if you're just drawing from observation. But if you know perspective, it can help you with two things. One is to help make your drawing more accurate, and the other is to help compose your scene, like finding the best way to draw that element, that subject that you want to draw, and present it in the best possible way to the person that views your art. Let's see how you can use perspective to make your scene look better. So here in front of me are two toy trucks. I've pointed the camera directly in front of the trucks so that you can only see the front and not the side. And based on this view, can you tell me what type of trucks they are? Can you tell me the number of wheels they have? And also whether is this truck longer compared to this truck? So just based on the front view, it's actually quite impossible to tell, because most of the details are hidden on the sides and behind. So this is the limitation of this particular view. But if you know perspective, you can actually change this up a bit. Now I'm using toy trucks, so I can actually hold them and turn them around. If you are drawing from location, drawing from observation, you may actually have to move yourself to the side of the truck. So now I'm going to show you the side of the truck. So from the side view, you can tell straight away what type of trucks they are. This is a rubbish dump truck, and this is sort of like a container truck. But based on this side view, you cannot tell how the front looks like. So again, there's this limitation for this particular viewpoint. So this is actually not the most ideal way to draw the trucks, because you're only looking at one side, the other side is hidden. So in this case, the best way to draw the trucks is actually to draw them in this view, which is sort of like the 3/4 view, where you can look at the front and you can look at the side. So this presents more information to the person looking at your drawing. So now you know how the front looks like, and now you know how the side looks like, and at a glance you can immediately tell what kind of vehicles they are. So you can change your position and see more details. If you want to emphasize more on the front, you can move yourself like this, or in this case I move the toys like this so that you can see more of the front and less of the sides. If you want the focus to be on the side, you can again move yourself, change your position, or in this case move the toys to see more of the sides. Because this is a toy, I can actually move my camera up to see what's up there. Like for example, for this rubbish truck here, is this part here covered? Let's take a look. So at this higher viewpoint, now we can see the top of the trucks. We can see that this rubbish truck here, this is not covered. And here on this truck here, there are some labels there. And we can also see some of the lighting here on the front. So if you're drawing on location, you can change your location to change how much you can see. If you're drawing still life, you can change the placement of the subjects that you are drawing. Here's another view of the truck. This time I have placed my camera really low to the ground and looking upwards. And because of this, the truck now has pretty dynamic lines here. The angled lines you see here, they're pointing downwards like this, like this. But if I were to draw the truck like this, the lines are parallel to the ground. The vertical lines are just vertical lines. It looks less dynamic compared to this view, which gives you the angled lines. So this is another way at how you can use perspective knowledge to change things up a bit, to make your elements look a bit more exciting. So how can you check the accuracy of your sketch of the thing that you are drawing with the help of perspective knowledge? Well, we'll talk more about that in the later lessons with some hands-on exercises. So that's how you can use the knowledge of perspective to change the way that you see things, to change what you can and cannot see. But this is just one aspect of perspective. Alright, for the homework of this lesson, I suggest you walk around your house, your apartment, and look at the things that you already have and see how you can change the perspective just by moving around. For example, this computer table right here, you can see this line. This is sort of at an angled line. How can you change your position, your viewing angle to make this angled line horizontal? Just move around and pay attention to how the angles change and how much you can see for the elements that you are looking at. You can also go outdoors and look at buildings, architecture, look at big elements, small elements, change your location, your viewing angle, and see how those elements, how the angled lines, how they change. So that would be your homework for this lesson. In the next lesson, we are going to talk more about perspective basics like the eye level, horizon line, and vanishing point. So that's all for this lesson. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me directly.